Guys, welcome to today's stream. Gonna try and play Tekken without raging, cause I didn't paid $77 for this game. Matter of fact, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy this game. Not gonna waste my money on some stuff and then just. That's just it's man. Sometimes games be annoying. Alright. I wonder if that ghost mode is unlocked, because if that's unlocked, I might just fool around with that rather than playing that arcade mode, because that arcade mode is cursed. Or if there's like a way to lower the difficulty, then okay, cool. But if not, then I ain't even trying to fool with it today. I'll play story or anything else, but that arcade mode is cursed. Oh, I can play it now. Okay. Do they have it where... They have to have game option settings. Number of rounds. They don't have it where... That's crazy. Well, let's see about this ghost mode. That was the whole reason why I even wanted to play this in the first place, so... So what, you just... downloaded Ghost, CPU Ghost. Wait, how do you download a Ghost? Yeah, how do you download a Ghost? Oh wait, it might be that community thing. Is there like a... Nope, okay. Yeah, it might... Hold on. I think I might have figured it out. Yeah, okay. I thought that was... Nope. I pressed... This game, I'm telling you, man, it's like... I'm pressing buttons and they act like stuff don't be... No, that don't help. Well, that's weird. Do I play as the... That look kinda cool.
Get ready for the next battle.
Time to take out the trash.
Round one. Fight.
I'm not holding back.
Okay, that was...
Round 2. Fight.
Might just... I don't...
3. Fight.
Turn my fan back on.
Fight.
I'm telling you right now, they're gonna have to come out with an update to fix the buttons in this game, because that just don't make no sense. You be pressing buttons and it's just like, it don't do nothing. This is... I swear, people, they just come out with whatever nowadays. They don't sit down and try to think about that stuff. They just come out with whatever. Now, I bet if my controls is working just as good as the controls as the CPU, I've been winning me some fights. But it don't make no sense where you play a bunch of different modes and he's just you out here pressing buttons and it's like it ain't even doing nothing, man. I'm not gonna stress myself out with this. That's just stupid. Why is it, man? Ain't nobody's like clicked on the game twice? Either something's going on with my controller or something is going on with this game. But I'm like, that to me just don't make no sense. Like, I'll probably at some point in time unplug this Xbox controller from my PC and just see. But I'm telling you right now, if it ain't the controller, then, and it's just on some dumb stuff where the game is just carrying on like that, then yeah. I don't see myself playing Tekken 8 for a long period of time. Because that's just pointless to be playing the game, and it's like you're not even enjoying yourself when playing the game. It's like, that's some crazy stuff to be out there pressing buttons left and right, literally smashing the buttons on the controller, and nothing is registering. And I'm supposed to just be like, oh, that's normal. Yeah, it's normal for Xbox. And that's even more so of a reason why I know it ain't my Xbox controller, because it is the high-end Xbox controller. It's an elite controller. It ain't the, you know, the standard controller that comes with the Xbox. No, it's the controller you have to spend almost $200 for. That type of controller. I'm not even sit here and have no controller and it's like the thing ain't even gonna work properly. Like, it don't even make no sense. I know for a fact it ain't my controller. But I'm gonna put it to the test anyways. I'm gonna just overall see. Cause I'm telling you right now, if it's not the controller, then yeah, Tekken 8 needs a fat update. Cause I'm like, you guys out here, how you gonna have it come out with a fighting game but the player can't even fight? It's just pretty much they just watch themselves get jumped every time they play the game. I play every other game, the controls, and see, and that's even more so of a reason. Why is it that I play this game and the controls don't act weird? Why is it that I play any other game and the controls don't act weird? I'm telling you right now, it's like you guys gonna have to, people gonna have to stop with all that crap. I'm like, so as far as I see it though, Tekken ain't gonna be a game that's gonna last a long period of time. Yeah, it's like people probably in the fighting community and stuff. Yeah, they might continue on with it, but I guarantee and I promise you that's as far as it's gonna go. Because if that's the best that they can do, then yeah, bruh, there's no way possible that game's gonna reach any amount of success. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can sit here and want to argue with me and all that crap. That don't make no sense to be pressing buttons left and right and they just don't register nothing. Oh, it's like, oh, you gotta be a Tekken wizard in order to play the game. No, if I spend $70 on the game, I expect to get the experience that I want to get. Not some stuff where it's like, oh, I gotta play every Tekken game just to get good at Tekken 8. Then what's the point of even playing the game then? It's like, if that's the case, then just put Tekken 1 out, put Tekken 2 out, put all the Tekken games out. And they probably is on some stuff where it's like, you could play the older Tekken games and they'll, you wouldn't have no issues like that. But it's like, obviously you can't play those old Tekken games because they got the latest one. They want everybody to play the latest one. So that's they're like, oh, let's just go and take out all the good Tekken games, have it where Tekken 7, we're going to probably at some point in time stop doing updates on that. I like, man, it's just stuff be just so misleading nowadays with video games. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm like, video games, you should not have to purchase video games nowadays. Because I'm like, developers ain't even sitting down. They're not even trying to accommodate their whole audience. They just only want to accommodate themselves and people that have been playing the game for a long period of time. Yeah, they'll give out like some Tekken 8 collector's edition and stuff to a content creator that's been playing Tekken throughout their whole YouTube or Twitch streaming career and make sure of it that they have a good experience when playing the game. But it's like your average person, they're like, nah, we're just gonna have it where it's if you don't like our game, then it's beyond some stuff where it's like, oh well, deal with it. We'll come out with a patch update and it fixes something that nobody ain't even thinking about. Oh, the menus are slightly faster now. Oh, the menu music is slightly quieter. Like, oh, we're adding a season pass because we want to make more money off of the game and not worry about what's going on with the game currently. I'm telling you right now, if I ever figure out, there's going to be a day where I'm like, you know what, forget it. I'm going to just sit down and just figure out video game development myself. And I'm just going to start creating my own games. I'm like, forget playing these games nowadays. It's like developers don't care. Honestly, I'm gonna wait and see what Grand Theft Auto 5, or not 5, but what Grand Theft Auto 6 got going on. If that game comes out and it's horrible, then I think at that point I'm just gonna have to take it upon myself to start focusing on video game development, create my own games, create a fighting game and actually do something with it, make it a fighting game worth playing, a fighting game for all audiences. It's like, oh, if you just want an easy fight where you just beating down everybody, cool, I'm gonna provide that for you. If you want it to be, you know, a little bit of a challenge where it could be like, you know, 50% chance of you winning or losing, cool, I'll do that. If you want to get stumped out, I'll add that mode too. But I'm not gonna have it where it's like, oh, you know, for all audiences, it's just gonna be pretty much unplayable. Like, I ain't played all these games throughout on my Xbox. I'm with this same controller that I'm using right now. I've never once had an issue with the buttons in that game. And for some odd reason, Tekken 8 comes out and they're like, oh, well, let's have it where they're pressing every button on the controller that they're supposed to be pressing, and it's not gonna, even the one where it says the rage meter fills up, press that button, does absolutely nothing. Like, I'm probably, if anything, I'm just gonna go play through the story, get through that, and then afterwards, then just, you know, if I reach to a point in the story where it's just unplayable, then I'm just gonna get rid of the game, because I definitely don't see myself keeping Tekken 8. It's like, anybody can argue with me all like, oh, well, do this, no, you gotta do that, no, you gotta, I don't care about none of that. It shouldn't be on some stuff where people gotta tell me how to play. The thing is this, If you pay $70 for a video game, it shouldn't be on some stuff where I gotta learn how to play the game. No, $70, I'm like, if it has tutorials, okay, then provide that. But if not, and if a person don't want to go through tutorials, have a easy, medium, and hard difficulty settings where I could choose on how I want to play this game, and I just learn myself if the tutorial ain't gonna provide anything. But I'm telling you right now, that tutorial provided absolutely nothing. Oh, press this button so you can kick your person in the air or kick your opponent in the air and kick them 3 different times. It's like, bruh, it's a fighting game. You ain't supposed to, like, have some choreographed fight. You supposed to just fight. It's like, you think, by like, that's what you gotta ask those developers. I'm like, have you guys ever been into a fight and they're all like, and they telling you, oh, what to do and stuff? I'm like, you guys ever been in a physical altercation and the person looked you in the face and said, okay, now kick me in the air, and then kick me 3 more times? It's like, man, it's just people, I'm telling you, they don't be sitting down thinking when they come out with a video game. They just go like, oh, well, we know people are going to buy it because we're going to hype it up. We're going to add all these different, you know, things to it that don't nobody care about. Only cool thing about it is that ghost mode thing, but we're going to make it where just all stuff is unplayable. Nah, man. I'm telling you right now, it's like, it's just, and then it's like you play games like this, and then the crazy thing about it is that you play games like this and you have a good time with it. Why? Because it's like, they on some stuff where it's like, oh, you gotta go and play it on the hardest difficulty and there ain't no way of changing the settings. No, they have this game set up for all people of all audiences. If you want a challenge, cool, you can have that. If you want the game to be easy and you want to be winning races, cool, you can do that. But it's like, there's just people out there that don't be thinking about that type of stuff. And then they wonder why nobody don't be sitting down playing their game. And I guarantee and I promise you, if it ain't the game itself, then it's, if that people don't like, then they just gonna get bored of the game and they ain't gonna want to play the game no more. That's the future of Tekken 8. It's like, people are just gonna get extremely bored of that game and they're gonna be like, I'm done with it. Then you got Street Fighter where it's like, I'm not going unless it's like, because you got where UFC, they came out with that old mechanical broken game. Then that Undisputed game, they're like, oh, we're not even going to do no more updates on the game. They sat there and said, we're going to do an update in the beginning of 2024. And it's like, okay, well, it's the beginning. Where's this update? Where's the career mode? Mortal Kombat, I mean, it was alright. I just didn't like the fact that you couldn't just press some like simple buttons just to do the fatalities. And then it's like, then if you did do the simple, I think it's just fighting games in general. It's like something's wrong with them. Like, and they need to have it set up where it's like, okay, if we want to be playing these games, some buttons need to be working, not some stuff where it's like, oh, I gotta literally break my controller in half just so I can press a button on the controller. Nah, it's like I'd be able to just press a button one time and then whatever button that is, if it's kick, punch, grab, bite, drop kick, I don't care what the button does. It should go through the game and actually do something. That's like me playing this game and I'm pressing on the gas and then the car ain't doing nothing. And then 5 seconds later, then it decides to gas up and start driving down the street. I wouldn't even play this game if the car was doing some stuff like that. That's the same exact thing on what's going on in Tekken 8. You press a button and he just does absolutely nothing. He just sits there and just gets just jumped. I'm telling you, man, it's like, it's just developers nowadays. I'm like, you guys have lost your touch. I'm telling you, I develop a game, I'm making sure that before this game comes out that everything is working perfectly fine. It ain't gonna be on some stuff where I drop a game and there's all these different, yeah, the game might have some bugs, but it ain't gonna be unplayable. It ain't gonna be on some stuff where it's all like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it just come out with the game, get the money, and then that's it. Nah, I can't do that to people, because that's just been happening way too many times. And then they think, oh, if we add a season pass, that's what's going to make it better. No, it's not going to make it better, and it's just going to make me not want to play the game no more. companies be so quick to want to add more stuff in the game to just make more money off of it rather than actually sitting down and fixing their game. You got all these broken games that exist. Meanwhile, it's like developers just, oh, well, sorry, that's pretty much all we can say to you guys. It's like EA had freaking Anthem, and they're making billions of dollars every year, and you mean to tell me you guys couldn't sit down and work on that game? You just decide, oh, well, you know what, we're just gonna close up shop on it. It's just scammers, bro. All these game developers nowadays are just scammers. It's like some developers where it's like, okay, you know, they actually care about their audience, they actually care about their games, but you got a lot of people out there where they're just scammers. And they don't want nobody to like their games. And they're like, oh, let's just continuously keep coming out with stuff that's just going to either stress people out or take their money. If not one or the other, then both, all in one game. It's going to stress people out and take their money. Now, I guarantee and I promise you, after some time done pass and Tekken 8 done sat on shelves for a little bit, I guarantee and I promise you that game's gonna be $2-3 in stores, on Steam. If it's on Epic Games, then okay, and any other store that exists. Because for $70, bruh, I'm expecting to beat Floyd Mayweather in every fight that I fight on that game. It's like Elden Ring came out and they're all like, oh, well, that's what the audience like. Not all audiences, bruh. Not everybody play Elden Ring. Because they knew what that game was about. They knew that that game was difficult. So that's why they didn't play it. I know I didn't play that game. I know there's a lot of other games that came out like Elden Ring where it's on the extremely difficulty settings. You can't even play the game. You can't even actually have fun with the game. Like, you have to be strategic. I don't mind being strategic, but it's like at least have it where it's like I can have use my own strategy and I can get through the game. And not like, oh, there's just only one strategy that works on this game. And that's the only way that you could get through it. And there's games like that where I'm like, you know, yeah, they might be successful at that point in time, but eventually the hype is going to die down, sales is going to drop, and then eventually the game ain't going to have no choice but to be purchased while it's on sale. If not that, then they're going to have to lower the price because people are refusing to pay $60 for a game that came out years ago, and then they even, and it's just boring at this point. And that's why you're going to see a lot of people. That's why, like, even video games back then where it's like you see at some point in time, they were going for like $5, $10 in stores. As people are like, I'm not going to sit here, and it ain't even so much as the game being bad, but it's like game's been out for too long. I'm not going to spend money for that game. And I guarantee and I promise you it's going to be a situation where games today is going to be dirt cheap. They're going to be the next games that just you don't even see them in stores no more. And plus, on top of that, it's like, that's honestly the future of games. It's like games nowadays is just going to be dirt cheap because developers don't care about them. And then it's going to put places like GameStop's out of business. And then Best Buy, stores like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, they just going to get rid of all physical copies of video games because people ain't going to be buying them no more. And I know I'm not going to go into no Best Buy and pay no $70 for no video game. And then you got the developers that continuously keep coming out with 1-star, 2-star games. Most likely, if they haven't shut down shop, then yeah, they just every year they release a game, ain't nobody gonna buy it. I see a company like NBA 2K, they're like, for the first time in history, we've only had 1,000 people play the brand new NBA 2K game. And that's the worst that it's ever been in in the whole existence of NBA 2K. And if that doesn't motivate them to change up their act or shut down shop, then yeah, they only, like I said before with companies like that, they're only releasing games nowadays for the money. They're not releasing it for the gamers. And that's the main reason why, and they want to pretend like they're too blind to see it, but that's the main reason why their games be having 1 or 2 stars on Steam and Xbox and PlayStation. And they have no choice but to have their game. Brand new video game that just came out months ago, and it's on sale already. I'm telling you, man. It's like, don't make sense for these companies. It's like, you guys just get away with this stuff. But like I said, I'm like, these companies, you guys got until Grand Theft Auto 6. Once when that game comes out, if y'all ain't changed up nothing or ain't did nothing to fix your guys' game, you might as well just close up shop. Because ain't nobody going to be playing your game. I know that much. It's like, let's see if this controller works. But I'm telling you right now, if it's not the controller, then yeah. Then something is going on, and they're going to have to fix their crap. Like, hopefully, it is the game, because I'm like, man, if that's the case, but I know it ain't gonna be my controller, because I'm like, ain't no $200 controller just gonna be acting weird like that. So I'm like, it's something better happen, because I'm telling you right now, it's like, I definitely, and on top of that, I was like, no, it's like I could trade in the game and get whatchamacallit, Suicide Squad. Because I'm like, that game is going to be coming out here soon. So I'm like, I'll just go buy that. It's like, get that game on at a cheaper price. Because hopefully that game is better than Tekken 8. All right. Now I switched to this Afterglow controller. I don't know how a $40 controller will play any better than a $200 controller, but maybe it might be a wireless thing. I don't know, but like, wireless controllers don't play. Then if that's the case, then they need to say that in these games. Play a game with a wired controller, because I'm like, if you play it with a wireless controller, it's not going to play as good. Now the game act like it wanted to take forever to load up. And that was the whole reason of even getting newer games, was so they can avoid the loading screens. But as soon as that dumb stuff start happening, where he's like, oh, I'm just gonna have it where I can't fight, I can't do nothing.
Leroy Smith. Time for me to do my thing. Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Round two.
Okay.
Eat this. It's the essence of Wing Chun. Like steel.
I swear, man. And it's like they deal more damage. That's the thing that I don't like. It's like they just out here just dealing more damage. I'm like, no, bruh.
It's the essence of Wing Chun. Like steel. Round 4. Fight.
So he just can't fight no more. I swear, man.
Final round. Fight.
It's like, do you guys hear that? Do you hear me pressing buttons? I don't know how hard you gotta press a button in this game, but it's like you out here pressing buttons, and it's just I'm saying, how hard do you have to press a button in this game? That just don't make sense to me. You out here pressing buttons, and then that crap don't work. I lose this fight, I'm getting rid of this game. Yup. That's all I needed to play of this game. I really don't care for playing it no more. So, it's a waste of space anyways. I'm getting rid of it. Like, as soon as I get paid either this week or next week, no, I'm getting rid of this game and I'm getting Suicide Squad. Because that just don't make sense to me. You're supposed to have fun when playing a game. Not on some dumb stuff where it's like, oh, let's just make the game mad difficult. You don't have no fun with playing it and stuff. And then you're supposed to just, yeah, just like, oh, okay. That's just how that goes. So, won't catch me playing that game no more. Because that's just stupid. It's like a person's supposed to have fun when playing a game, not get stressed out. So, I'm like, you guys definitely need to come out with better games, because that just don't make no sense to me. It really doesn't. You guys make all this money. You know what the thing is this: they haven't even came out with a game in all this time. So it's like it's one of those things where it's just, yeah, that's usually what happens when it's like you guys. It's like in some cases, I feel like, you know, when companies, when they take a while to come out with a game, I'm like, you know, it might be good, but in their case, no. It's probably best if you guys just ended it off after 7. And just left it as that and been like, we're not going to come out with no more Tekken games. Come out with a Tekken movie. But you guys lost your touch with video games. Anybody that want to argue with that crap, you go right ahead and argue with it. But I'm standing by what I said. You pay $70 for a game and that's the experience that you get? Yeah. I'm not even going to fool with any more Tekken games. That's a game that I'm not going to buy again. That's a game I'm not going to fool with. I ain't got no desires on playing that game ever again in my life. It's just pointless to go out and buy a game. You're buying a game to have fun. and then that crap happens. It's like, I'm just mad at myself for buying that game on Xbox, and I'm like, something told me I should have bought that game on PC, because I don't even think I played it. I definitely would have got rid of it within the first time of playing it. And they come out with this old bogus demo to make it seem like, oh yeah, it's, you know, the game, it's an easy game to play. Oh yeah, it's a chilled game. It's like, only people that I know that actually like that game is people that are probably like fanboying over that game. But I know, like, the average person, that's why you see a lot of different people that don't really know about Tekken. They're not jumping out and buying the latest Tekken game. It's only like straight up fanboys and fangirls of that game that's actually buying it. But it ain't just some like random person that ain't never played Tekken before that's like, oh, well, you know what? Let me give this game a chance. Let me play this game. Let me see what it's all about. Oh, this game is nice. This game is fun. Oh, I'm having a good time playing this game. Like, you had to have actually played every Tekken game in order to have a good experience with Tekken 8. But if you've never played a Tekken game a day before in your life, Tekken 8 isn't a game for you. And it probably isn't even a game for Tekken fans themselves. So I'm like, I will never again in my life buy a Tekken game. If that's going to be the experience every single time, and they just going to be on some dumb stuff where it's like, oh, we're not even going to give it a experience, and you pay $70 for that game. That's the thing that I don't like. You pay $70 plus tax on that game, and they can't even accommodate to the people that don't sit down and play Tekken on a regular basis. It's like, you have to know every move. You have to know how the NPCs operate. You have to be an actual developer to get through that game. But yeah, I'm just, oh man. Should have bought that game on Steam. I should have did it. At least then it's like I could have, you know, possibly got my money back. All of it. But no, I wanted to support a company and go out and buy a physical copy of their game. And then that's the experience that I get in return. Only way I'll play that game again is if it's given to me for free. But I already have my mind made up. I was like, next time I go to GameStops, I'm trading that game in, getting something else. I already know, most likely when I post this on YouTube, people see me playing Tekken, they're going to be wanting to comment saying, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Oh, you got to, like, no. But and definitely by the time when this video comes out on YouTube, I know by then I'm not going to have this game anymore unless I'm just rapidly posting on YouTube. But other than that, I have no desires on playing Tekken again. Like I said, unless that game is given to me for free and the developers, you know, they want me to test out some update that actually that's going to accommodate people that don't be playing Tekken on a regular basis, then maybe I'll play it. But until then, I know I'm not going to spend no $70 again on playing the game. I know that much. just a waste of money. It's like, I'd rather play any other scamming game out there than to play that game again, because it's just pointless. You out here playing the game, and it's like you can't even have fun with it. And it's like on some like rigged crap where it's like, oh, let's have it where they win some fights, and then at some point they just gonna just keep getting beaten every time. And that's supposed to be fun. A game where you pay $70 to actually progress and get through the game, you can't have fun with it, or you can't progress through the game. I just. And who made this game again? Namco? Yeah, I'm like, you guys. It's like, I just know if I see their name attached to any game, definitely going to get that. If it is available on Steam, getting it on Steam. So at least then I'm like, oh, okay. If this game ain't play is the little time of it that I need to play, if nothing interests me, then yeah, I'm getting my money back. And then that's the dumb thing about it, where it's like you'll like recommend that, saying, hey, you guys should add like a difficulty thing in there where it's like I can, you know, play the game on easy, medium, or hard or whatever, right? And they're like, no, we're not gonna do that. That takes too much time. Oh, but you'll put in all this other crap. Oh, but you'll have it where it's like you'll add in a season pass. Oh, you're adding all these different things, and it's just, no. It's, to me, that's pointless. It's like, good concept of a game. It's just, it's stupid when you can't win no fights. And it's like, then what's the point? My thing is this, alright? Online, I can understand that. I can understand whether it would be a 50-50 chance on whether or not if you're gonna win the fight and things. But if it's on some silly stuff where it's like you're playing the game by yourself, there should be an easy, medium, or hard difficulty settings attached to it. It's like, man, you guys didn't have it set up where it's like when you press buttons in the game, it's responsive. It's like instant. Okay, you press the punch button, cool, your character is gonna punch. It shouldn't be on some stuff where it's like, oh, when he has free times, the punch will be delivered in 5 to 7 business days. It's stupid, bruh. I can't sit down and play games like that and then actually have fun with it. It's just, it's pointless. It's like, you guys gonna come out with the game and do it right. Don't do it on some stuff where it's like, oh, let's only accommodate the developers and the fans that's been playing the games for years. It's like, because you have to understand, there is a whole universe, a whole world of people out there that be playing video games. And guess what? They see your guys' game on shelves, and they're like, oh, well, let me test this game out and see. And then they see that it's a waste of time because you can't win no fights in it. Then what's the point? What's the point of even playing the game? I'm not trying to hear no stuff where it's like, oh, you gotta do this, this, and this. No, what is the point of playing the game if you can't win no fights? There isn't no point. So therefore, there isn't no reason in me playing the game. Pointless if you can't win no fights in the game. It's like, just what's the reason of even playing it? Like, when, and my thing is this, when has that ever been a thing in video games where it's like, if there's just certain fights or certain races, or if you're playing a war game, certain soldiers and all these other different things, they have it in every video game out there that there is a way of taking out whatever it is that you going up against. I even remember when they came out with Fight Night Champions, and it was that very last fight that you went up against that crazy difficult boxer. Yeah, that was a difficult fight, but guess what? I got through it by playing the game. It's like, it's just, people, they ignore those types of things. They don't care about it. They're like, oh, let's just come out with whatever. It's like, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it with this stream. See how fast that was, just pressing those buttons and actually just getting through it. So find somebody to raid, but it's like, yeah, I'm not playing Tekken 8 no more. It's just a waste of time playing that game, and it's like you can't even have fun with it. So yeah, I can't find nobody to raid. Alright, so anyways, and that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys.